Hello everyone, thank you for being here. We are going to get you a general reading done today, not a sign specific reading here. We're going to use some tarot, but first I do want to pick a oracle message for you with the Mystic Forest oracle cards. So I have pre-shuffled all the decks that I'll be using today, so I'm not going to spend too much time doing that. We're just going to grab you one card from this deck here. And please only take this if it resonates. If this is not your reading, just don't make it fit, okay, you guys? This may not be for everyone who clicked on this video today. And I want to thank you for subscribing, to those who have subscribed, and for everyone who has been leaving some likes and comments. I appreciate that. All right, let's see. Collective, to the people viewing this reading right now, what is their message, please? Pardon me. Apologies from now if you hear my cat going off in the background. Okay. Wow. So we've got remember who you are. All right. I'm going to read this out to you here. So this card says, you carry stardust in your bones, your ancestors' wisdom in your blood, and the whole universe in your soul. Know yourself and nothing will bring you down. So somebody watching this may need to have this reminder here. Remember who you are. You could have been through a lot in your life that has kind of shifted your view of yourself. But just remember here that your ancestors are always leading the way in your soul. They guide you. You could have spirit guides who are also guiding you through something that you've been challenged with, okay? So remember who you are. That's the message. Know yourself and nothing will bring you down. All right, that's a beautiful card. Let's see what the tarot says for today. Now, this is not, we're not asking for a love reading. We're not putting any specific questions out there. We're just going to see what comes out and read the cards. All right. So, messages for the collective, please. All right, your first card, we've got the Queen of Air. So we've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius showing up here. Look at that owl sitting on her shoulder there. You do hold a lot of wisdom. You are somebody who has a lot of experience. I'll say that. You're somebody who's been through quite a lot. Now, usually the Queen of Air could be somebody who has been divorced, or somebody who has had to really, and don't worry about the gender, but it's just an energy of somebody who has gained a lot of wisdom from many, many relationships, experiences, whether it's workplace or love. I feel like some partnerships or investments could have felt like a failure to you. All right, let's see your second card. We have the Six of Earth. Just as I said, investments. I feel like you're a very kind soul. Pardon me, you guys. My throat is really sore today. Yeah, you're somebody who has invested your time, your energy, even your voice. I feel like you've lent your wisdom that you've gained to other people around you, because you are a very generous soul. You're somebody who sees the worth in people who maybe need guidance or support in some way. And with the Six of Earth, this is the Six of Pentacles. We've got Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo showing up here. You give from your heart space. You freely give because it makes you feel good. So I feel like you are somebody who's quite generous. You could even do a lot of charity work. That may not be the case for everybody, but you are somebody that people look up to. So I feel like this is kind of reiterating, don't forget that people do look to you for help with decisions. They see that you have a clear head. You're somebody who can offer them a lot of wisdom and direction. And I feel like you give without expecting anything in return. Now, the Six of Earth could also be saying, although you are like a mother or a father figure to many, even if you don't have children, this is just something to reiterate that when you give too much, you may be kind of selling yourself short in some areas. So just never forget that kindness, never hold back that kindness, because the Queen of Air can sometimes, people will say, oh, the Queen of Air is bitter or cold. But I feel like it's because you have a warmth about you. You have a grounded energy, but you're very intelligent. I feel like you know when to put up boundaries and you know when to say something that needs to be said, and you're very good at making decisions. So I feel like that's why people trust you. You have gained a lot of wisdom from all the giving that you've done in the past. It could have burned you once or twice, but I feel like it's just showing up here to say, you know, to invest in the people that really, truly deserve it. Some people could be taking advantage of you here. All right, your next card, Two of Water. There you are. You give from the heart. I feel like you have partnerships or a partnership with somebody in particular that you do love. There is love here, whether it's a partnership in a marriage, a relationship of any kind, whether it's with family or even partnership in work. You do this balance in your heart space. Okay, people do really appreciate the love and support that you show. Now, this could also be telling me, pardon me, you've maybe been giving into a partnership here that is not reciprocating the way you need them to. Let's get more. Messenger of Air. Yeah, your intuition, sorry, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, that's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The messenger of air, this is your inner voice. This is your intuition speaking to you here. Reminding the Queen of Swords, okay, to think clear, to see this for what it is. Pardon me. If somebody is not showing up the way you need them to, maybe taking too much, not giving enough back, they see how generous you are, so they may be taking too much. It's telling you here to trust that intuition. Listen to that inner voice. It's never steered you wrong. I feel like remembering who you are, you hold all that wisdom of your ancestors, plus all the wisdom of all the trials and tribulations you yourself have lived in this lifetime. So I don't see that you've closed off to love. I see that you give very, very generously. Pardon me. But this is just kind of reiterating, remembering who you are, not to ignore that intuition, that inner voice. Okay, know yourself and nothing will bring you down. So you need to remember to stick to those values, to those boundaries that you've set for yourself in the past. The World. Yeah, something here needs to end. Okay, we've got the very last card in the tarot deck. This is a major arcana, the only major arcana showing up so far. So this is very significant here. This is a card telling you that something needs to stop. Something needs to end. There needs to be a renewal. Whether that's stopping to invest in someone or something that is not returning that same energy. Trusting your own thoughts, not second guessing your thoughts. The messenger of air is here looking at you, looking at the love you've been giving, the support that you've been giving from your genuine heart space. You're not you don't have an ulterior motive when you give. And I feel like all you may be looking for might just be equal give and take. And I feel like you reflect and you may sell yourself short a little bit here because you are so generous. Either that needs to end or something from the universe is going to stop either the way you give or the way you look at yourself. Because I feel like you almost may be looking at yourself as, oh, people see me as cold, or, oh, I'm single, I'm never going to, repair a relationship with somebody. But people don't see that the Queen of Air still gives from the heart space and is very warm and embracing with generosity, giving freely, but knowing when to put up a boundary, knowing when to stand up for themselves, knowing when to say something that needs to be said. So don't doubt your intuition. The messenger of air is here showing up to remind you that yes, you can still give love and support, but something needs to change. Something needs to end here so that you can start a whole new journey. I feel like you need to free yourself from something in particular. Okay, let's get a little bit more. Queen of Air is the 3 of water. Okay, some more Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And the World card is fixed energy. We have, wow, the 10 of water, Pisces energy showing up here. Okay. We have the 8 of air, more Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Got lots of blue on this spread here, blue and greens. Lots of air energy. Wow, another major, Leo, strength card showing up here. And we finally have, wow, look at that, you guys, the King of Air. Yeah, you could be dealing with somebody who is, you could be married to this person. You don't have to be, but this is somebody who is matching your energy exactly. The King and Queen of Air here. Bottom of the deck, the King of Water. So you could have 2 energies in your story here. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Okay, let's dive a little bit deeper here, you guys. So what I'm seeing here with this Queen of Air, I feel like you're celebrated in some way. There's some sort of either a reunion, something that is going to make you feel happy, okay? It's going out with friends. It's going out with somebody to a party and seeing people you haven't seen in a while and you know, having a good time, a genuinely good time. And I feel like you enjoy doing that, but you have a limit. I feel like you have a limit to how much information you share, how much you kind of get chummy with people. So I do see the Queen of Air either being invited to a party, you may be getting invited to a wedding or some sort of get together that could bring people that you haven't seen in quite some time. And I feel like it will be a fun time. Now, aside from that, the 6 of Earth is here with the 10 of water. Whoever you're giving to, you make people feel so happy with this, with these 2 energies here. Like I said, people look at you as someone who's very nurturing, somebody who is very authentic, gives generously, is very kind from the heart. You make people feel abundant when they step in your energy, when they receive anything from you, whether it's a conversation, advice, time, energy, quite physically material support in some regard, or even just being in their energy of giving them love, okay, if this is a partnership. So whatever you're giving to, I feel like the people love to receive it, whoever this is. It makes them laugh. It makes them feel warm inside. It gives them a sense of joy. And I feel like it also makes you happy too. There's a warm energy here attached to this 10 of Cups. So you enjoy giving, you do enjoy being generous and kind with your time and your energy. And I feel like one partnership in particular here is leaving you feeling trapped in your mind, okay? You keep almost doubting your decision, which is unusual for the Queen of Air. The Queen of Air is usually very decisive, thinks with their head, not with their heart. But something is confusing you here because of your heart space getting involved. Now, it could involve this King of Air, and it could be telling me you need to close out a cycle with this King of Air, somebody who does not really express too much love. They could be a little cold as well. They could be not very, what's the word I'm looking for? They could be a little bit too authoritative for you. Like you could feel like this person tries to control you, control your mind, manipulate your love. So there's something in this partnership, whoever it is, whether it's a colleague, a boss, a lover, a father figure, whatever this is, this person leaves you feeling like you've been trapped in your mind. Okay, when you think about the partnership, when you think about the love you've been giving, yes, you make them feel very happy inside. You make them feel complete. You give them a sense of home, family, stability. But they don't give that same energy to you. They give you this energy of, pardon me, something always coming to an end, or at the drop of a hat, something could close out. So I feel like there's some sort of imprisonment here that you've stayed in for far too long With the Eight of Air, this is a self-imposed prison. This is somebody who's up in their head a lot, overthinking conversations, replaying conversations over and over again, thinking about different outcomes, conversations that were had. And I feel like with this partnership, it's on both sides. I don't feel like it's just you who's in this self-imposed prison. There's this mutual energy of being held back a little bit, giving, but still not receiving the same that you've been giving this person. So I feel like in your mind, you're wondering, what more can I do? Do I have to change who I am, the way I show up, the way I give love? And no, you don't. Remember who you are. You are the wise queen of air, okay? You got here because of the difficult decisions you've had to make along the way, because of the people that you had to maybe disappoint in the past, okay? Because the Two of Water is here. The Three of Water comes right after that. There's something here about in your heart space, people that you've known for a long time. Anytime you are in contact with them, it's like you give them this feeling of love. You always show up with a loving gesture, even if people have seen that the things you've been through have made you have a cold exterior or have been a little closed off to love. I feel like deep down in your heart, you're still very, what's the word I'm looking for? Approachable, okay? So there's something you need to free yourself from here. The Messenger of Air is looking at this love connection, at this partnership, and seeing how you've self-sacrificed, how you've kind of left yourself in some sort of imprisonment, okay? And it's very difficult for you to see this for some reason, or to hear your own message, your own intuition. The Strength card here is talking about having the courage, having the strength to listen to that message, okay? Out of all these thoughts that are running through your mind, the Messenger of Air is here with a sword, trying to cut through the noise and help you see what's going to drive you forward, what's going to light you back up. We've got a lot of blue, greens, bluish energy. So I am getting a lot of, you know, air and water energy here, but this is really a shocker here. It's like Leo energy, bold, fiery, having the strength, having the courage to not doubt your own self, okay? So not doubt your own downloads that you're getting in your mind, your intuitive downloads. And I feel like those intuitive downloads are telling you, you already know what choice needs to be made. Something needs to change with this King of Air. Somebody needs to make a choice. If you don't, pardon me, this King of Air may walk away, or this universe may stop something here, may end something between you and this person. I feel like this person could make you doubt your own self-worth. They could, again, you are here overthinking, replaying conversations. So maybe this person said something to you that was quite hurtful, and you've had to hold back a little bit because you may have, you could very well easily use your sword to cut them out of your life quite easily. So I feel like this remembering who you are card, you carry the stardust in your bones, your ancestors' wisdom in your blood. That's that Strength card. And the whole universe in your soul. The whole universe in your soul. Know yourself and nothing will bring you down. I feel like this person, whatever they do to you that you don't like, it leaves you like this. Love shouldn't feel like this, okay? This is not what you want from love. You want what you give to other people, the 10 of Cups. You give people emotional fulfillment and abundance and a sense of joy, okay? So again, reiterating, be mindful who you're investing in, who you're being generous with your heart to. You need to listen to your intuition about some sort of partnership, whether it's a contract you have with somebody, it's leaving you feeling tied up, stuck. Okay, and it's not a healthy stuck. It's a stuck that leaves you feeling trapped, like you're away from reality, you're away from the world. It's like you're in the clouds. So this Messenger of Air is showing up to tell you to remember who you are, use that strength to see through all the noise, cut through the noise, and make a very clear decision on what you are willing to invest in. You are not going to allow yourself to be breadcrumbed. Let's get, I want to get one more from here. And what's interesting is we've got the King of Water on the other end. So you may have someone else here who's willing to show you love, to show you the same that you show people with the Ten of Cups. Okay, the Ten of Cups carries the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. You have a King of Cups over here that's in the background that you maybe don't see with the Hanged Man. Could very well be a Pisces. Okay, somebody who's waiting around, waiting for you to see things in a different light, maybe with them. So that could be the case for some of you here. Remember who you are. Let's get one more from the same deck here. I just want to see what other message comes out, and then we're going to grab one last oracle card and close it out. All right. Make room. So it says, create space to welcome positive change in your life. Let go of everything that doesn't align with your with the future you are creating. Yeah, that is literally this. Okay. You need to make room for a new beginning, a new world, a new way you live your life. Whatever you're trying to create, I feel like somebody is stopping you. Somebody's not giving you the loving support that you need. Like I said, you do. You give that to yourself and to others, but there's somebody here who's not reciprocating what you need. Not for everybody, but there could be a third party involved. Let's get you one of these Wounds to Wisdom cards, and then we're going to close out this cycle here. And, you know, with the Three of Water, sorry, just to kind of go back to that, the third party could be this King of Water, somebody that's waiting in the background for you to make a decision. Maybe they're waiting for you to divorce this King of Air, or to separate from this King of Air, or to forget about this King of Air. Maybe they're waiting. They have some sort of smirk on their face. It's like they almost intuitively feel, pardon me, that you're closing out a cycle. They're being patient, waiting in the background. I feel like they're waiting for you to see them in a different light. And I feel like they intuitively know that you're going to come forward. There's something there about that. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay. Whoa, we've got You Are Not Alone. Your ancestors are with you, you guys. So whenever you're feeling very alone or down, just remember this. Remember who you are. You're not alone. Let's get one more. Pardon me. One more, please. Forgive yourself. My goodness. Okay? Forgive yourself. Remember who you are. You've always done things genuinely from the heart. I feel like you're somebody who gave love, support, money, time, energy from the heart. If someone feels disappointed by a decision you need to make to free yourself from something that's not healthy, forgive yourself. If you feel guilty, you don't need to feel guilty. Okay, you need to put yourself first. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. You deserve peace. I'm going to take that one. Let's get you one more. One more for the collective, please. It's okay to rest. Yeah, I feel like you have been giving a lot to other people. You maybe don't have enough to even take care of yourself right now. There's something here about you needing, with that Messenger of Air, you could be needing some time alone to think, okay? And having the strength and courage to ask for space. You guys, I want to get you one more here from the Mystic Forest. Let's see, one last message, please. One last message. No problem. You're not meant to struggle and fight your way through. Drop the concerns of your ego and watch imaginary walls crumble away. You've already won. Something is going to end here, you guys, for the better. There's something that's closing out here. You're not meant to struggle. You're not meant to live in this Eight of Swords energy. Drop the concerns of your ego. Drop the concerns of what people may say, what this King of Air may think about your choice. And watch the imaginary walls crumble away. You've already won. There's something here about you being, again, with that Queen of Air, you hold a position of power in yourself, okay? You have an authority yourself that people respect, even if you don't think so. You're somebody that people admire quite deeply, even if they don't come outright and say it, okay? So those are the messages that I got for you today. I hope that that helped you in some way. And if you did like that video and if it resonated, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. I appreciate the support, and I will see you guys soon. Take care.